Hello guys, welcome back to another day trading series with Binbot Pro. This is Jay from Central Trading Channel. If you guys have not watched my previous day trading series or had completely no idea what Binbot Pro is, I suggest you check out the playlist that I have in my channel. That would actually give you a very specific details on my journey trading with Binbot Pro, and you guys probably find out more. So this episode, or particularly this video, is actually a continuation of my day trading progress for the past like couple of days with the Binbot Pro trading software, and I'll actually show you like how I actually time my trades using the price charts on GBP USD. So you guys want to watch this video very closely as I demonstrate what I will be looking for in the trading charts before I use the Binbot Pro in order to get a more effective trades results. Alright, and also this is a short announcement that I'll be rolling out a guide, the trading guide V5.3. So if you guys are already in the email list for the trading method updates, especially those that sign up using my link or also those that purchased the guide from me, you guys will be receiving a newer version of the guide with a minor tweak in either tomorrow or the day after. So I'll be rolling out. So in the meantime, if you guys are not comfortable trading, you guys can actually wait for this new guide to reach your email, and then you guys can check out the tweaks that I've made. It's pretty much very similar to what I've been showing you guys. It's just a minor tweak and probably a more specific instruction on how you actually time better in terms of using these trading methods. Alright, so do enjoy the rest of the video, and hope this video will help you guys in some ways. Alright, so I'll see you guys in the next segment. Alright guys, so we have a first signal here. It is a method C actually. Right now it's about 7:30 and the alert came from the stochastic RSI crosses. The line was touching just now, so like the blue line was touching a red line, and hence the alert came up. So right now there was a gap in between because of this green candle that was developed like seconds after the alert came out. So we would consider this alert as a not valid one yet, but because it was touching just now, so we just have to keep a lookout of what is going to happen with this stochastic RSI. So the key for method C is the ATR level is in between the purple and the yellow line, which is true, and then we don't need the RSI. Okay, the alert came out again, so the lines are indeed touching right now. So the blue line is touching the red line and the stochastic RSI. So now here's the important part. So the important part is to wait until you see the timer at 7:33. So now I'm going to turn on my robot right now. So this is one of the minor tweaks for the newer guide. So the key is to look for once the alert came out, we do not immediately turn our robot and we look at the timer to go after 30 seconds. Say for example right now, you can see in the lower right corner the time now is 7:33 54 seconds. Alright, so just now the time when the alert came out, it was 7:33 something, so I have to wait until 7:33 30 seconds and to confirm that the lines are still touching with each other or crossing, and then I will actually turn on the robot. And if by like 7:33 30 seconds and the lines like the stochastic RSI decided not to like touch, like it went out again, and then hence I do not turn on the robot. Okay, so alright, so okay, I'm back here. As you can see that the robot has just placed a trade and hence my balance has reduced. So that it's a is a call position at this particular candle right there. So right now it's looking good. It seems like it's breaking out. We probably caught the trades just in time, so which is really good news for us. So we're gonna come back after the trade expired to check out the results. Alright, so stay tuned guys. Alright, so now we're back. It seems that we have won this first trade. You can see in the trade history here, and my balance right now stands at 1,902.29 cents. So it was a good trade. Alright, so do remember about the tip just now is to wait for after the 30 seconds to confirm that the cross is still happening or the lines are still touching, and then you turn on the robot, not turn on immediately upon the alerts. Alright, so let's move on to the next trade example. Alright guys, so we have this alert that is happening right now, which is in RSI alert. This is method A, and right now it's about 11:15 AM. So I used to trade method A at about after 9 AM GMT all the way to 5 PM GMT, but I found my personal favorite would be after 1 PM GMT to maybe about 5 PM or 6 PM GMT. I find that to be more effective for method A. So but since I'm actually available right now and I saw this opportunity here, so I was looking at the graph to see whether it is something that I would like to actually trade using the Binbot Pro based on this chart right now. So the method A is pretty much like it requires us to wait for the RSI to go out of the channel, which hence trigger the alert, and next we will use the stochastic RSI, which is different from the method C settings. This will be the method A stochastic RSI settings, and we'll wait for a stochastic cross. It is a little bit different than the method C where we wait for the clock to be like after 30 seconds and then like to check whether it is the same. I mean like to check on the clock after 30 seconds whether the line touches or whether it crosses still after 30 seconds on timer, and then we turn on the robot. That's for method C. But however, for method A, we are waiting for the stochastic RSI to form an X, so that means a visible cross. So right now, based on the alerts, the alerts after the RSI goes out, and right now we can see the stochastic RSI blue and red line is actually indeed touching each other, but I choose not to turn on the robot yet because it hasn't formed an X or a visible cross. Alright, so the worst case scenario is like you can see the alert rang again, and right now you can see that the blue and the red line is pretty much parallel to each other, like it is touching and it's also like parallel, like in line with each other. So this is actually not really a good time to turn on the robot, because on the other hand, you can see that the ATR level, it is actually touching the yellow line right now, meaning that the volatility is actually decreasing. So in general rule of thumb, I would say a decreasing volatility level, especially like when it's like touching the yellow line or going below, for method A, it's just going to fail. Actually proven it like from the previous test data that I've actually gathered through my previous experience. So we just have to wait for a couple of minutes to see whether the ATR goes back up like outside the yellow line, or like right now it's going below the yellow line, so therefore we cannot actually it shows that method A is very likely not to it's not going to be successful if we were to trade it, because it's not really an ideal situation. So, and also the stochastic RSI, it's pretty much parallel if you take a look at it closely, although the blue line is like slightly pointing up, but the red one is also pointing up as well, so it's still not an ideal situation. So let's just wait. Let me fast forward to a couple of minutes and then you will see what the graph looks like. Alright, so be right back in a few minutes. Alright guys, so as you can see, the ATR level actually goes back out to the yellow line, and right now there's a chance that it's going to revisit back like down, going back down into the channel. So like going down below the yellow line, so it's not really a good setup, I would say. So you know, if you guys are actually trading my method right now, and if you get like situations like this where it is in between and it's like too close to the like from the yellow and it's going to go below the yellow, and it of course it gives you like a feeling of uncertainty. So I would recommend that if you feel unsure, please just like do not trade. That would be best, because mistakes in trading, obviously, like why would you want to trade something that you're not really sure, right? So, and another thing is the stochastic RSI. You can see clearly it is still parallel, the blue and the red lines, stochastic RSI, it's really still parallel. So like, you know, if the worst case that can actually happen in this graph right now is like it just remains parallel for a long period of time, and I would say do not trade in such situation, because that means that the price is not moving like anywhere. There's no like underlying like push, like a trend to help the price move towards our favorite direction. So that means it's going to be a really small channel where we are not really sure whether we can actually win it. So yeah, I think you can see it on the screen right now. What is forming in front is a couple of dojis. This will be the third doji that's forming in this chart. Not really a good sign though, I would say. I most likely will skip this trade because I don't feel like comfortable. And whenever you see like dojis like this form, especially a few in a row, that means the price is just going to not do anything for a while, and we probably should just turn off the charts and come back like hours later when the market is actually moving. All right, so whenever you see like stochastic RSI that is parallel like this for too long, for maybe like 3-4 minutes, maybe you guys should just stop trading for maybe an hour or two, or just come back in the next session. You guys probably get better market movement. And you can see the stochastic not stochastic RSI, sorry, the ATR level, it is going back below the yellow line. So this 50-50 situation, although we can actually visit method B, but the ATR level is kind of like in between, like method A or method B. It is not comfortably sitting within the method B range. This just gives more uncertainty in how we are going to decide what we're going to trade, and it's just, you know, nothing is happening right now in the market. I think, yep, this will be probably the fourth doji that's forming in the charts. So alright guys, so I'm going to skip this signal and then we are going to come back in the next session. So stay tuned guys. Alright guys, so we have a signal, an alert that came out just now because of the RSI when touches the 73 channel. So 73 is good enough for me, so we are going to exercise method A. So let me circle the RSI that went out of the channel. So basically the condition for method A is the ATR has to be above the yellow line, which is true at the current moment. So right now what we are looking for is these crosses to happen on the stochastic RSI. So if you see an X forming on the stochastic RSI chart, that is when we turn on the robot. Alright, the moment it forms an X, like a visible X from this default view in this chart right now, and then we shall actually turn it on. So right now we can see the blue line is touching the red stochastic RSI line, so they are pretty much in contact. So yeah, right now we can see there's an X form, right? You can see stochastic RSI X is formed right now. There's a little tiny X there. I'm going to turn on the robot right now, the version test robot 1, which is for method A and B. Alright, so I've just turned it on, and yeah, so you can see the X forming right now. Okay, so we have a trade right now that is already open. Let me turn off the robot. We have a 125 call. Let me place an arrow right here, change it to blue. So yeah, so pretty much this is the demonstration, another example for the method A. So step 1 is RSI goes out of the channel. Also make sure the ATR is above the yellow line, and then next we have to wait for an X to form at stochastic RSI. Alright, so alright guys, we're back. So clearly we have won this call trade. It was a nice upward momentum, and you can see the trade history here. Really good trade. My balance stands at $2,035 right now. So yeah, it's really good. 2 trades for today, although it was just like after a couple of hours where the doji thing happened in the previous example. So I came back at my favorite session like about after 1 PM GMT plus 0. I will take usually a couple of trades in the session in between 1 to 5 if I'm free. So yeah, so this is a pretty good trade. continue my win streak, so that is really very good. So I'm pretty much very happy with the game. So yeah, so I'm gonna look for another trade, and we will catch up again in the next trade example. So stay tuned, guys. Alright guys, so I'm back. So sorry guys, there's a stochastic RSI cross that happened. I gotta turn on my robot right now. Right, so okay, so let me quickly explain. So this is actually a method C. Right now it's 6:22 AM. So what happened is there is a cross right now at the stochastic RSI, and the alert came out at about 6:22 10 seconds maybe. So what I did is I didn't turn on the robot until it passed 6:22 30 seconds, and once I confirmed that it was still crossing or touching, and then hence I turned on the robot just now. Alright, so that's pretty much what happened. So it's same as the previous example I showed you guys. So let's wait for a trade to be executed for this method C example. Alright, so I think it's going to be executed soon. Let me check around. It should happen really soon. Let me check. Alright, so you can see my balance has decreased. Let me turn off the robot. So there's a call position open at 6:23. Let me put up a upward arrow at 6:23. Change it to blue. Alright guys, so let's just come back to trade when it expires, and we'll review the results together. Alright guys, so I'm back. So right now you can see my balance is 2100, and based on trade history I've won the call trade. So yeah, let me change the color of the arrow into green. Alright, so yeah, so you can see based on a trade history, a winning trade. So it's a good method C execution, although there was a 2 red candle, but the price went back up towards our favor after that. Alright, so yeah, so let's check out another trade example. Alright guys, so we have another alert. It was just like a couple of minutes after the previous trade, and the stochastic RSI is indeed touching. So right, as I was saying previously in the previous example, whenever the alert comes out, we kind of have to wait for a 30-second to appear. Like just now was 6:42 50-second, and we should wait for 6:43 30 seconds to see whether the stochastic RSI is still crossing or at least touching. So if that is the case, then we will actually turn on the robot at about 6:43 30 seconds. Alright, so do take note that the alarm happened at 6:42 50 seconds, so it might be different than the previous one. Alright, so 5 more seconds and we're gonna check out. Right, so now it's 6:43 30 seconds, and the stochastic RSI is still crossing, and we are going to turn on the robot right now. Alright, so yeah, so it's a little bit different because depending on when the alert comes up, the alert come up for the previous signal at about I think 6:22 10 seconds. So we just had to wait 20 seconds to check, and this one we in fact had to wait about 40 seconds to actually counter check because the alert came out at 6:42 50 seconds, so we wait for 6:43 30 seconds. Alright, so let's wait for the trade to be executed, and then we'll check out the results. Alright guys, so there's a put trade at 6:44. Let me turn off the robot first. So put trade open 6:44. Let me put a downward arrow at 6:44 bar. That's, yeah, 6:44. Change the color to blue. Alright, so let's wait for this trade to expire. Alright guys, I'm back. So clearly we have actually won this trade. Really awesome. There's a series of red candle, and you can see the trade history here. A nice put trade made by the Binbot Pro trading robot, and right now my balance is at $12,330.39. Alright, so alright guys, this is a good trade. I might actually just take one more trade, or maybe maximum 2 more. So I would advise like newcomers to do maybe like 1 or 2 trades per session before you guys stop. Alright, so I'll catch up again next. Alright guys, so we have an alert right now for the stochastic RSI cross. Now it's 6:55. a couple of minutes after the previous trade, and now we wait for 6:55 30 seconds to confirm whether that the cross still happens or still occurs after at 6:55 30 seconds. This is for method C, same as the previous two example. Alright, so another 2 more seconds. Okay, so there's an X form, so we're gonna turn on the robot right now. Alright, so basically this third example is similar as the previous two examples. They are all running on method C because it is right now 6:55 AM GMT 0. Alright, so generally I always treat a method C around this time. Okay, so right now we have a put trade executed at 6:56. Let me put a put arrow and change it to blue. Alright, so this next trade candle is very encouraging indeed. So so yeah, so it's pretty much the same execution as the previous two. So let's wait for the trade to expire and we'll check out the results. Okay, we're back. So unfortunately the price bounced back up. Apparently it was a pullback. This is one unfortunate trade, that one loss that we have. So this is a reality of trading. You don't get to win like all the time. Alright, so yeah, I'm okay with the loss. So the best thing to do is we actually just wait for a next ideal situation before we execute another trade, and we hope for the best possible setup. Alright, so I'll catch up with you guys in the next trade example. Alright guys, sorry, I actually closed the alert. So there was a alert that happened for this particular cross, and right now it's 7:08 30 seconds. So I'm gonna turn on the robot right now. Okay, so I didn't get to actually record the alert and it was running out of time, so I closed the alert immediately, and we didn't actually get to see it in this recording, I mean this short recording. But however, the stochastic was still crossing, touching each other at 7:08 30 seconds, or hence that's why I turned on the robot. Alright, so after I've confirmed that it was touching at 7:08 30 seconds, and we're just going to turn on the robot immediately, similar to the previous tree example. Alright, so let's wait for a trade to be executed, and then we'll check out the results for this fourth trade. Alright guys, so we have a put trade at 7:09. Let me turn off the robot, then put a put arrow at 7:09 right here. Okay, right, so yeah, so this pretty much is the 4 trades that I take consecutively. For newbies, I would actually recommend you to do maybe two straight trades at most, and then the others you should wait for maybe after an hour or so before you come back and trade. So I think 2 consecutive trades is good enough. Alright guys, so we're back. So it seems like it's a clear winner. This trade is a clear winner. 709 winning trade, and now my balance stands at $2,244.17. So it's pretty good trade. So I think this 4 method C example would actually demonstrate pretty well how I trade method C right now. So I think that's all for this episode, guys. So I hope this episode actually helps you guys in some ways, at least to show you how I trade method C particularly, and also method A. Probably I would say method B is a little bit hard to execute because of one, the channel between the blue and the yellow line is very narrow. So maybe half the time we will always be in a position where we are unsure whether it is the right ATR level. So maybe if you're new, you can stick with maybe method A or method C. So both with very distinct trading sessions, both have their own time, so you'll be specified in the PDF guide that I'll be sharing with you guys that sign up with Binbot Pro using my link. Also, you can just contact me and we can discuss maybe a way for you to purchase the guide instead. Alright, so alright guys, so that's all guys. So I hope this helps. So good luck and trade safe guys. So till the next episode.
Yeah.